Hello everybody and welcome back to Crusader Kings 3, where last episode we just put the last of our gold into upgrading this castle here. Now, specifically it's not fully maxed out, but it's maxed out for our current technology level. Now we're currently working on heraldry, we're 5 years away from that, and we're hoping that this guy lives to see that happen. But, it's real iffy. May or may not happen. We can lawfully imprison this person, and so we shall. We can demand a payment from this guy, but actually that's not a guy. We can demand a payment from that person, but she can't afford the payment demand. So that's not going to happen, and I think for right now, we are currently in a situation where we have expanded our castles as much as we possibly can, for now, and our men-at-arms... It's super inefficient to expand the remaining men-at-arms, I feel like. So I think we need to start working through our deficit in title creation. Now there's a lot of titles that can be created. But that is, I think, what we want to be working on at this point. Get this done. Specifically, the Kingdom of East Francia is definitely the first one that we want to do. Now, de jure, who would that even belong to? De jure, that would, I believe, belong over here. Let's go into the kingdom titles. Yeah, de jure, that belongs right here, the County of Frankfurt. It's held by this duke, so he would get the kingdom title. That's okay. There's a Liberty faction against us. I'm not too concerned about that, honestly. Like... It's literally the only faction? Oh, okay. I didn't realize that. I mean, once you get to this stage in life, factionalism is much less of a thing. This guy, 20 control level for 220 gold. Or the control level would go up. I'm pretty sure our control level is maxed already. Indeed it is. How long would it take for that to return? About 60 months? Okay. We could work on it with our... marshal. Independent farmlands. Minus 50% control growth as well. It would give us development growth, but I don't think we need that there, considering our development is already 24. Let's just have that guy go away. We'll put him in our court instead. Okay, that will be fine. I just didn't want it to take 10 years to put the control back. Well, I mean, the real question there, I suppose, is does that 50% malice apply to the counselor's control growth? That's a question. And now that I think about it, I'd like to know the answer to that. Next time that happens, we'll find out. Okay, what else can we do? We can get our family members married. Pass on that one for right now. We're just saving up the gold to get another kingdom title done, and this kingdom title will bring with it a bunch of de jure claims, which is pretty useful. How strong will this guy end up being? This guy. Quite. He will end up being quite strong. I'm reasonably happy with that, actually. He's currently under the court chaplain? I guess she's the Queen of Bohemia. Yeah. Okay, that makes more sense. So he would become independent. Well, not independent. He would become under us rather than under her, which would weaken Bohemia pretty dramatically. But he should have enough troops to go after things like Lotharingia on his own and go for his de jure titles. So I'm pretty happy with that. Let's go ahead and create that title for him. There we go. And yeah, the de jure capital is the County of Frankfurt, which means it goes to this guy. We will grant him the title of Kingdom of East Francia. Okay, he'll become our vassal, and we will grant that. Excellent. Anything that we can move in there? No. Okay. So he's now on his own, and he will, he'll do stuff. In theory. He may do some internal wars, grabbing his claims away from, say, Bohemia. But he may also do a few external wars, so that should be interesting to see what he ends up doing with that. Now the rest of these are all duchy level titles, right? Yeah, they are. Duchies cost 250 gold each. Okay. Well, we are definitely going to put duchy level titles in. We currently have access to about 32,000 troops, so that's great. And I am not necessarily okay with this innovation, but we don't control that. There's not really anything we can do about it. It's just kind of random, I think. I would absolutely love to get arched saddles and mangonels. Just get those wrapped up. That would be very, very nice. That said, heraldry will be done in about 4 years, so that's good. 0.44. Yeah, our average development is actually increasing our knowledge gains over here pretty dramatically. So that's good. But once we're through our deficit of title creations, which honestly shouldn't take that long. Well, it'll be a little while. Not as long as developing our duchy was. But once we're through that, we can start thinking about pushing some of these claims. So that'll be great to start going back on the offensive. We've kind of been on the back foot ever since we adopted feudalism. I definitely was a little bit gung-ho on that, and if I were to redo this campaign, that's what I would do differently. Specifically, not the timing that we adopted feudalism, but specifically the situation under which we adopted feudalism is what I would address. I feel like our timing of adopting it was reasonable, but the core issue there is we were relying extremely heavily on tribal troops, which was something I didn't at the time realize. I think we'll just take the cash. At the time, I didn't realize how heavily we were relying on tribal troops and how difficult it might be to get the capital duchy back under our control and developed up. Now that I know exactly how much that is, we absolutely need to make sure we have our capital duchy under our control before we adopt feudalism. We can't get it as developed, of course, without feudalism, but as we're working towards feudalism, like the timing on adopting feudalism was 100% okay. We want to get that ASAP. But we got to make sure that our capital duchy is in order by the time we get there. That would be what I would change. Okay, so let's make ourselves a couple of titles, shall we? We can make this duchy, and this goes down over here. Sure, we'll make that. De jure, that belongs here with this countess. So we will grant her the title of Duchy of Romagna. Excellent. And can we transfer anything into her? No, we cannot. Okay, we will make this duchy next. De jure, that goes here. So we will grant her that title. I'm sure it won't create any problems. We can demand a couple payments. That's not useful. This one is a little useful, I guess. We'll take that cash. Wonderful. I'm sure that won't create any problems. Hi, Burgundy. When did you come around? Also, I can't help but notice that you're missing your other half. Okay. Burgundy is always such an awkward kingdom. I guess in CK3 it's not de jure split up with the section of Burgundy up here. Okay. But it's still an awkward kingdom. We can get a new perk, and we definitely should. We're going to grab Honored to Serve. Wonderful. Levies and taxes. That's always nice. We almost have enough to create ourselves another duchy. Alright. Right. Never mind. We're being raided. I kind of don't care. Let's go ahead and create ourselves that duchy right now. We'll make this one. This is up here. The de jure capital is there. Roger that. We will grant it to you. There you go. Excellent. They can put it together, de jure, if they like. We don't control those vassals, so we can't give it to them. Or they may lose the title, and it may go to someone else. But just creating the title is a useful thing for us. It allows the de jure drift to begin. Eventually. Although it seems like only one thing de jure drifts at a time in CK3, which is exciting. Because if we look at our de jure drift, let's see, yeah. This is our de jure drift here in question. It looks to me like only White Rus is de jure drifting. And yeah, that's definitely the case. It'll de jure drift in 25 years, though, so that's good. Our court chaplain, Mila, is highly capable. Okay, development growth of 10%, 75 prestige? Yes, please. We're doing that. Prestige for development is a trade that I will make all day, every day. I'm 100% okay with that. We can imprison this guy. 88% chance. We're going to roll those dice. Got him. Excellent. And we'll ransom him back. 3 gold. No thanks. I'll pass on that one. This next month tick, we are, of course, going to be able to create ourselves another title. The Duchy of Pisa. Okay. So let's go ahead and create that. And we are going to just pass that over to this countess. She's now our vassal. That's interesting. Okay. Well, no de jure vassals that we can transfer in over there. That's fine. How strong are the Byzantines? 20k? Fine. And there's a Peasant Uprising? Well, they're not going to be threatened by that, honestly. This guy's a bit gluttonous and chaste. Okay. Well, we're going to continue working on putting these titles together. And hopefully pressing some of these claims. Like, I would really love it if the King of East Francia would, you know, put together East Francia. That'd be nice. He's defending against a liberty war currently. Fair enough. And she just took our sister prisoner. Okay. There's an independence faction being created against us. It's not very relevant, though. Not until we inherit. Once we inherit, it may very well become relevant. However, we are currently 58. We have a favor hook. Okay. We're currently 58, and we have heraldry coming in 2 years. So we're really, really hoping to hold out until then. As long as we can live for 2 more years, I'm happy with this life. This character has had a pretty good life, honestly. He had a really uphill battle when he was young in holding the realm together, but he managed to do it, and he's more powerful than ever. He's not going to go down in the history books as, you know, a super ambitious guy who conquered the world, but he held together an empire, and that is no mean feat. Okay, well, we could condemn him for his transgression, and I think that's what we're going to do. Excellent. We can create ourselves another duchy, and that is this one over here. Okay, de jure capital is here. We will pass it into this guy. Apparently we can't. I guess because... Oh, we'll give it to this petty king. Oh, wait. This is not held by us. This is not our territory. What am I even doing? Let's see. What is this? Yeah, this guy would actually be okay. We'll give it to this guy. There we go. He's now a duke. Excellent. That'll do. It's not perhaps ideal because we don't have the de jure capital, but it'll work for now. As we create these titles, of course, they give us de jure claims on various locations that our vassals can press, or we can press for our vassals once we get through this process and have the money to spare. 14 months until we discover heraldry and can enact High Partition. Do we need regular partition for that? I don't believe so. And everyone would currently approve of this. As long as we don't die between now and then, we're still in good health. Excellent. As long as we're still in good health, I think we're going to hold out until then. Wonder what our player heir is currently focusing on. I mean, he's unlanded, so there's that. Wait, is he... Did I see he was 41? He is 41. Okay. Exciting. Well, we are doing okay on our cash gains. That's very nice. Yeah, we'll demand that 15 gold. We're not going to demand that guy's 7 gold, though. That's not worth it. We can create another duchy, and so we shall. Create that. De jure capital is here. So this guy is not under our control. This one is, however. Excellent. There's another duchy created. Only 15 to go. We can lawfully imprison this countess, and so we shall. 71% chance we could fail that. But we did not, and we will ransom her back for 50 gold. Wonderful. Well, we should be through all of these titles that we can create probably next episode. We'll return the serfs. Okay. Yeah, we have a daughter about to leave court. She has no reason to stay. That's okay. I don't expect that people are going to try to press claims on us. Not for now, anyway. War against tyranny. As a defender. I accept. But I don't know that I'm going to join. 1443, 1271. He could win that in theory on his own. What? You're my sister. Get out of here. Okay, so let's take a look at what this war actually is. Okay. Their capital is there. That's quite a long ways away from us. We'd have to raise here. I suppose we could do that. We'll control-click to not split it. We'll stop gathering, and then we will remove any levies that are here. Oh, there was a shortcut there to disband that. Okay. So we're going to bring these guys down over to this capital. Okay. That'll do for now. Excellent. How long until we get heraldry? 10 months. Hopefully this war is done by then, because I believe we have to be at peace to change our succession law, do we not? Maybe we don't. I don't see anything about that. Interesting. Well, we are on our way south with just our men-at-arms. We are going to be able to make another duchy here pretty soon. And so we shall. But that'll be another month after this one. Okay, their troops are coming north. They might attempt to fight our allies. We're walking straight through here, though. So we're going to see where they end up going. Fascinating. Okay. Gotcha. We're going to stop them from going here. We're now going to come up here. This is the exploit that I was talking about earlier that I said I was going to try to not use. Okay, they did actually read it there. Maybe the hotfixed that. There's an attempt on our life. That's not good. Let's split this army in half. We're going to stop them from coming this way. We're now locked in. We're going to reinforce over here. There we go. We've outmaneuvered them. Excellent. So we'll crush their army. There we go. We captured a valuable hostage, and that actually ends this war. Okay. So be it. We'll disband and go home. And can we ransom him? No, we can't. Okay. Well, we can create a couple of titles, so we will. The Duchy of Thuringia. Excellent. And we'll grant that to this guy. Excellent. The Duchy of Angria. We'll create that. And we will grant it to this guy, since he holds the de jure capital. Wonderful. There's 2 more duchies created. We have 13 to go. We're just about through that huge deficit. I like it. We also are currently 44 days, approximately, from heraldry. Actually, there's heraldry right there. Fantastic. So, we are immediately going to put through High Partition. Our powerful vassals approve of this. Of course, we don't have primogeniture, but we're going to do it. Excellent. We are on High Partition. So we are going to end up losing just Sambia. That is manageable. That is super manageable compared to Confederate partition. I like it. And with that, we don't even need to think about granting titles to our player heir. We're now fascinated by the trebuchet innovation because I didn't choose a fascination. The question is, do we want to improve our men-at-arms or do we want to improve our levies? And I think right now we want to improve our men-at-arms. I honestly think armored horsemen might be the way to go for right now. Yeah, let's just clean up these last couple of innovations in early medieval. That's only 4 years away, and mangonels should be a similar distance away, I think, by the time we get there. So we'll get arched saddles and mangonels, and then we're probably going to go for men-at-arms, so that we can continue to increase our men-at-arms size. And then advanced bow making, so we can get our last type of men-at-arms. And probably trebuchet, so we can upgrade our siege weapons as well. And then bombards after that. Okay. Peasant Uprising, I accept. 1878 troops. You have 2260. I'm not even going to show up. You've got this. I'm just going to take the War Profiteer bonus. Excellent. We can get a new perk. Okay. We'll grab the admin perk. We're super close to death, though. That'll be within the next couple years, probably. But we can create another duchy. Duchy of Lower Lorraine. So we'll do so. Grant that title to this guy. Hey, look, we won the war. Okay. We just inherited a shrine. However, we don't actually have to give that away because we're at 8 of 8 domain holdings. So we could just upgrade this. Take the 3.3 gold per month and the 547 troops until we have to give it away. I'm okay with that. For now, though, it is time to put a cut in here, so I'm going to go ahead and do that. And next episode, we are going to finish handing out these duchy titles. You can leave your offerings to the engagement gods in the form of likes, comments, subscribes, and bell ringings, and I will see you all next time.